Judaism, from the point of view of Judaism, the basic problem of Christianity is that it's just like with no vessel. And it is written in Judaism, in Hasidut, in Kabbalah, in all the root of Judaism, that the goal of all creation is to connect the light of Christianity to the vessel of Judaism. It is not written, say, in this way, but this is what it means for who understands. Okay, so Rabbi Melubavitch used to say all the time, bring me the light of Christianity, we inside of vessel of rectification of Judaism of Torah. Okay, so this is exactly what I did. Rabbi Melubavitch did say the word not true. He used another word that who know what he's talking about, you know what he's talking about. Okay, so this is something general. Christianity is the soul of Mashiach. Judaism is the vessel of Mashiach, is the body of Mashiach. And it's like a soul and body, light and vessel, and this must be connected together. If not, it is not a way that you try to sell to Jewish what you call a naked truth. Okay? A naked truth means it's not the globe, it's like a key.
Okay. Colin, 2 more questions? Yeah, great.
My name's Colin, and my question for you is, what's something that you would like to clarify, if there is anything to clarify for, an American reader of the Message or even the King James Bible, English texts that are translated from the originals? Is there anything that you wish that we knew or understood clearer?
Great question.
The only thing
It's a long answer.
The only thing I can say about learning of Torah, that Torah can be learned only in Hebrew. There's no other way to learn really Torah if it is not in Hebrew. If you really want to go deep and just don't read stories that you go to here and go to there and your children and marry, etc. It's not, it's just a story. And Torah, it's much more, it can go deep, endless. And when I talk about building of vessel, this is what I mean, that you must to go deep, really to build vessel and detail, and so it is something to talk about.
Hold on 1 second. So Colin, I think the answer to that is a very long one. I think there are thousands of things that could be clarified in American Christianity if you look at Torah from a Jewish perspective and meld them together. And that's not to say it has anything to do with your salvation. Your salvation is based on whether you believe the Messiah has come and you believe that he was the Son of God and that he was crucified and that he rose on the 3rd day. That's your salvation. But what we're talking about is an enrichment, a deepening, a depth of your faith by understanding the linkage with what went before it.
That's good.
So I was just wondering, though, it's a modern Hebrew and it's ancient Hebrew. So the Torah is in the ancient Hebrew. So for us to read Torah,
You have to learn ancient Hebrew. It's not all that difficult.
The Torah don't have 2 verses, have only 1 verse, and you have to learn it exactly the way it is written. Because each letter has a number, and when you start to learn this number, like mathematics is something that is endless, the same way exactly any word has endless of knowledge in it.
Let's have 1 or 2 more.
Hi, my name is Peter, and I'm very loud, evidently. So, in the Greek New Testament, usually Christians have not believed that this kind of number reading of the Greek alphabet works in the Greek New Testament, right? And in the Jewish scriptures, it's very clear that the Hebrew consonants are sacred, right? And so that's why you're able to toy with Shemo and Bacha. And so what do you think, how do you approach the New Testament then, considering that the methods of reading that are specific to Hebrew can't be used in the Greek New Testament? So either what do you think of the New Testament, because you've obviously used it to verify that Christ doesn't have a kosher tribal, and how do you approach the New Testament also then considering that we don't consider Greek consonants sacred the way the rabbinic tradition considers Hebraic consonants sacred?
Great question.
Natsut, Christianity is in Hebrew to keep. the Christianity keeps the baby, keeps the food, will be ready to eat. Before the food is ready to eat, he cannot be present to do the eating. He is not allowed to be present to do the eating. In the moment the food is ready, he can be present, but the food cannot be ready to eat by preparation of Christian, because the Lam Torah in Greek or in Rome, whatever, not in Hebrew.
All right, let's go over Peter's question one more time. Do you agree with Peter that you cannot do the same numerological study of the Greek New Testament as you can the Hebrew Old Testament?
I didn't try, I tell you.
Hasn't tried?
I know few things in Greek that are very nice, but it's much more far in quality and in quantity of what we do.
Okay. I think he says yes, I agree with that.
No relationship.
Okay. Second question. How then do you read the New Testament? Have you read the New Testament? And do you believe what's written there is true?
Yes, but the problem with the New Testament, one of the big problems that we don't have the origin in Hebrew, and what Jesus teach in the New Testament, the soul of Jesus is something that is above what you call head, what you call learning of Torah. Is above the head, is the crown, the soul of Mashiach. Okay, so there are things that are above understanding, and Yosef, the same story like Jesus is the story of Yosef. When he was sold, they took his clothing. In the moment you don't have the clothing, Yeshu, the way we call Jesus in Hebrew, equal in Gematria, Arub, naked. In the moment you don't have his clothing, it means he lost all the way to be present in a respect way to Jewish, what live in this physical world very much. Okay?
So the way I would interpret that, Ariel, is that you're saying that we are missing certain things, certain knowledge, because we don't have what Jesus said in Hebrew. And so what we can understand through the New Testament is the concepts, the mind knowledge.
What
Will
is
the-
above the Torah.
will
To be
the-
a good person is before the Torah, it's above the Torah.
Okay, and will the concepts that are above the level of understanding, will those, do you think those will be revealed in the second coming, and when Mashiach comes
When
as
Mashiach
Messiah,
came as Mashiach,
son of David?
He will come with Mashiach and Yosef with the all good Jesus too. It's not somebody else.
Right.
One more. We're gonna run. You get your hand up first. You get your hand up first, okay? Sorry. Come up and talk to him after.
Here, I can just be loud. So what do you think are some of the biggest obstacles for the Jewish people finding Jesus, and how can we as Christians be praying for our Jewish brothers and sisters?
Well, it's a lot of work how to plan this ritual. There are a few steps that came before, and
The biggest obstacle is that the name of Yeshua itself is taboo today. And Ariel believes the only way to remove the taboo is to make him legally acceptable again to the Jewish people through a retrial. Is that correct?
right now it's more under the table. All this, me talking with with the big rabbis in Israel, is something that I don't try to teach what I teach today to Christian. I don't try to teach it to Hebrew. All my teaching is in English. Even my English is very bad. All my teaching is in English. It's for the nation. And we prepare what has to be prepared in a way that we will be able to reveal Yeshua to Am Yisrael in a proper way to all Am Yisrael, not a missionary act of just try to stall a soul, because this just make a wall between Judaism and Christianity.
Okay, to close our time, we'll pray. I'm going to introduce you to Elichana Aliyah. She spoke yesterday morning at the Middle East breakfast. We ask you to pray for this group and for Ariel. And then if you guys want to have private conversations with Ariel after that, I think he's available for a few minutes to do that, okay? Elichana.